Eh? They're not the thing they use. Not forward unit. Still up.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're having some technical difficulties we're trying to sort out. So thank you for your patience. Please bear with us. We will be with you shortly. So we're just trying to take care of some technical issues. As you know, one of our special guests is in Jamaica, and you already know how the internet works sometimes there. So we're trying to make sure we get it fixed so that we can have a very good show this evening. So welcome, 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 world. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. If you care, just share, like and share, like and share. We're also on YouTube Live. All right, please bear with us. Thank you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your patience. It's Cleopatra, your host today on Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. And, we just want to thank you. Thank you for your patience. We are having some technical issues here, and we're trying to make sure that we get it right so that once we come on live, you see all our faces and you hear us speaking, everything will be clear because our promise is that your concern concerns us. Together we conquer. And we promise to make it something that will be delightful and something that you won't, be complaining about. So again, we thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, world? It's Friday. Happy Friday. What's going on in your world? Okay, and so we have our guest. Check, check, check. Mic check. Savad, how you doing?
I'm perfect. I'm good. I'm
All
happy
right,
to be here.
all right. Rasgodi, how are you? Live from Jamaica. How you doing? Okay. And our co-host Angela, welcome, 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 welcome. All right, so guys, we are about to start. Rasgodi, are you here with us? All right. Okay, so guys, again, we're still working on it, so please, please bear with us. Check, check, check. David Morgan, our first commenter. Thank you for tuning in. So we're still working on that issue. We're not hearing Rash Gaudi. He's in Jamaica. Lord, the internet is not stop fight us, guys. All right. So what we may have to do, we may have to just continue until that is sorted out because we don't want to have you waiting. So just bear with us. We are going back on a quick break and we will be right back.
What can I say? It's Friday. It's Friday night, and the feeling is right. It's Friday. It's Friday. What can I say? It's Friday night, and the feeling is right. It's Friday. Friday. Friday.
Boom! I done my fair present for the program on him. Ladies, uplifting and inspiring. Every Friday, 8:15. Make sure you log in. Facebook, IG, YouTube. Yo, yeah, yeah, me Queen Cleopatra. Big up yourself. Yo, Daniel, large. Feel Friday night come. Feel that Friday I come. Ladies, uplifting and inspiring. Make the whole of the people have fun. Anyway, make we tune in to the program now. We want to know how the discussion go. New York, Miami to Orlando. Whether you in a your big house or your condo. We have to tune in to the program now. We want to hear how the discussion go. New York, Miami to Orlando. Whether you in a your big house or your condo. 8:15 Friday night it start. And when me lock in, me now want to feel like off. Queen Cleopatra beautiful and smart. With a good sense of humor for make people laugh. Natalie, they on the look good chat. Talisa, hot like a fire where a spark. Angela and Vanille, them capture man heart. But I no look alone and be a fox, them attack. And the black woman, them we a hand dance. Uplift, motivate and inspire them fast. A program hotter than 10 pepper sauce. Immigration law, you get your paper sauce. Olympian, we run past finish mark. Big artists from present and past. Pastor, preach, Satan, get cross. Doctors and nurses, teacher in a class. Yo, make we log into the program now. We want to know how the discussion go. New York, Miami to Orlando. Whether you in your big house or your condo. Boom, I done my fair present. Ladies uplifting and inspiring. Me say big up yourself, Queen Cleopatra, the thing sell out. Man.
Again, guys, welcome back. It's Queen Cleopatra, your host, with Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. Today, we'll be having a conscious conversation with two of our great Jamaican artists, Ras Godi and Sevad. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. However, if you're not, then guess what? Today is the day you are going to get familiar with them. And we do have Sevad all the way in Germany. You know what time it is now in Germany, guys? Welcome, world. Welcome, Germany. Sevad, what's going on? What's going on in your world?
Yeah, I'm just kidding, but yeah, but I give thanks and I really appreciate to be here. So you don't know, we're giving thanks.
Awesome. And Ras Godi, can you hear us? Ras Godi, are you here with us? Okay. Well, I'm going to turn it over to my co host, Angela. All right, guys. Today looks like it's not the day, but the devil is not going to conquer us, right? We're just going to get in it because today is a very special day, guys. And today is a day when Savad's EP dropped. It's the message. And I am going to play a song in the meantime for you. Nobody cares. But we do care right here on Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring because your concern concerns us. Together we conquer. All right, guys, I'm sure you listened to that one. Music is life for me. I don't care what genre it is, I don't care what beat it is. So, Savad, you hail from the parents of Gilchester. Tell us about, you. Let the world know who you really are, sir. Take the mic.
Well, Sivan, an artist from Jamaica, singing reggae music, and sometimes we mix it up too, because you don't know. It depends on how we feel on a particular day, and that will give you the sound of my music. Is the feeling that I'm feeling on that day. So yeah, but the main genre is reggae because you don't know we're Jamaican. And I left out the culture. I bring the culture wide and broad across the world. You see me? Because we represent Jamaica to the fullest. But we hail from Manchester still. Born at Kingston, but grow a Manchester. You see me? So yeah, me a man live a man, country boy. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell.
All right, so I'm just gonna stir up some things, yeah? Now mix up kind of thing. We just want the world to know more. So I'm a DeCarteret past student, DeCarteret College in Mandeville. So for all our DC people on here, you never know, you've had also went to DeCarteret College. So tell us a little bit about your days at DeCarteret College, Sivad. And what's your real name? Because I'm sure they probably don't know the Sivad.
Stephen Davis, that's my real name. My birth name is Stephen Davis, but my stage name, as you know, is Sevad. But my days at DC, man, was trouble. Used to there at the principal's office regularly. I get caning from Miss Walker, Mr. Brown. So yeah, but most of the time we used to spend up at Jacob's Ladder. Them time them most Dan Mafia was at DC at the time. So you don't know we used to go up at the Jacob's Ladder and ride tune, but at that point he was in a higher class than me. So you don't know more like a little kid, you know. So more time we have to just chill and listen and we go and write full little thing, but you don't know we have to get permission for if we can sing full little thing because them was the bigger ones, you see. So yeah, and that was basically school life. Enough trouble and it's called school and do the basics where most students did in full time before computer and all this stuff. Where we
Yes,
used to love for the outside. We never used to love for the inside. So the classroom was felt like confinement sometimes. Yeah, but you don't know we pull through still. We pull through with grace of God. But yeah, we pull
Did,
through still.
did you finish high school?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I finished high school. I finished in '95. Did CXC. But upon my last year, I really realized something said me need to come out of school with something. So I kind of buckled down upon the last year and never come out too badly in terms of CXCs, maybe of maths and English and I think physics and bio. So I mean, I never do 100% badly, but I was a very mischievous young fellow, and I misled many a people. So yeah. But while when I go home, you don't know me to go home. That was the
Yeah,
only difference. So I guess that kind of saved me in at the end. But my conduct did cause some frictions in the last year where I was being threatened to being expelled from the school. So, I realized I was getting more mature at the time. I was in fifth form, going into fifth form. So, I kind of buckled down upon the last year and try to change it because, yeah, it never looked good at first. But at the end, I pulled through, and as I said, I come out not so bad, not so bad off that I could get
hmm.
into college. So,
Oh wow. Okay, cool. So
yeah,
did you start college back in Jamaica?
I started, yeah, I did most of my schooling in Jamaica. Is when when I started to work with a company because I did mechanical, the engineering. um, through the first part of school, and then I got hired by a company that started to send me to for training in the US, in Europe, and certain places. So I got more training from this on, more certifications from this. So that was
Oh,
where it started. But it was always music though, and to entertain the people because I was a dancer back in
you were
DC.
Listen, guys, let me jump in a little bit. As you mentioned about dancing at the Carteret College. Now, I don't know if you guys remember me. Like you said, like you'll see, I'm Cleopatra. Stokely, Sevad, which I told him I don't remember him in the dance group, but it was Stokely and myself where, you know, from the Money for No for Dress Days, where Miss Lawrence, was our choreographer. Everybody who remember Miss Lawrence, big up Miss Lawrence, wherever you are. And if you're listening, if you're not, I'm sure you can always watch the recap. But yeah, nobody couldn't dance like me at school. No girl couldn't dance like me. And trust me, I'm competing with Stokely. Like, running man, you can't do it more than me. So, tell us a little bit more about that, Savannah, the dancing part of it. What was
And
your,
the dancing, and the dancing side, I have it. When because I think we were in a younger year than you were. No, well, not think. I think it was 2 years
yes,
behind.
yes,
So Stokely had actually repeated. So you had left him, and he
right.
stayed back with us. So during that period of time was when we started our dance group that we used to go to, like the competitions on behalf of the school, like the national. I don't remember what the name of it was.
Rapping. What we also were on rapping, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was unwrapping me. We had a dance group by this point, and we had grown within the high school hemisphere of Manchester, where we used to perform at all of the barbecues for like Manchester High School, Bishop Gibson, um, Knox College. At the time, they had the high school there, and yeah, so we grew through that, and because of that, we represented the school on a national level for dancing. So with Miss Larson, so we went far. I think we went to silver medal in the national finals, and then because of that, they brought us on rapping because eh, they came to the school because we were second in the competition, on the national level. So because of that, they wanted to come and they came not wholly and solely, but they were, that they only came to one school per parish per year. And them always choose the school based on some reason. And the reason was, I think, mainly for that. And so we danced for that was my first time on national television dancing with Stokely and two other girls. Yeah, and it was a group. It was six, three girls, three boys, and
One of those.
yeah. So that's basically it from the dancing section. So I've always been the entertainer. I've always been the person to entertain my mother because I was the only child. So me used to give the jokes in the house. So I was always the person up front, being there to make people happy, in a sense. So
Right, right. Yeah. Sometimes we have to go back down memory lane and let people know who we are. And, it's not just where we are today, to give them an insight of some of the struggles that we also went through. Now, did you have to go through any struggles when you were a kid?
well, I mean, growing up in a single parent home itself was, I wouldn't say it's something terrible because it made me who I am today, which I
Right.
don't think I turned that badly. But I grew up in a single parent home. And my mother used to work throughout the whole day basically. So I was left to basically go to school, motivate myself to go to school because she had to go to work before I got to school. So I have to motivate myself to get up to go out. And if I don't feel like going that day because she's not there, she don't have control because she's at work, I could have made the decision not to go. And if me could have hide it good enough without make the school call, then yeah, it could have worked out. But yeah, and I think that was a major struggle. And I think that the other struggle was that I was the only child. So I never have company like that, and me used to reach out to people. And, sometimes people not so straight. So
Right, right, true.
yeah,
And
So
what you mean
I
trade
guess
means people not genuine, right?
yeah, not genuine. The motives are not as it seems, as the approach is. The motives is different from their approach. So
Right.
yeah, so that was one of the major things where would affect me in a way that I would remember.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, my mother used to shield me from the world. So I mean,
Probably that's
whenever,
trouble at school.
yeah, because when you get for escape, you get for escape. You know what I mean? Because you're young, and when you're for your mother try to keep you in the house, and you want to go outside, go run up and down and ride bicycle and then things like that. You in my days, whenever I used to like stay inside. Nah, we go outside, we have a bicycle, we go ride, we make bow and arrow and play gun war and make truck with juice box and them things. Yeah, them something I love.
These
You know
kids
what I
are like
mean?
it. Yes, yes. I see. Is this
Yeah.
your wife, Simona Davis?
Yeah.
She logged on
Yeah.
all the way from Germany. So see, you got your wife behind your back. Every man, there's a working woman, So, wife,
Which is right.
welcome. We appreciate you joining us this evening. And, I'm sure your husband has a lot to let us know. So, big up yourself. She understand, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she speak the
Okay.
English, definitely.
All
She
right. So,
understand.
I want others to know that, okay, so you said your music, your whole entertainment, because you consider yourself as an entertainer, not just a musician. So
Right.
from our conversation, you're letting me know that you don't have a manager, you don't have anybody who shoots your videos. How do you do that? Tell us all about that.
Well, I'm not going to tell you how it start. How it start is that back in the days, I was just a singer and a songwriter, and me used to go amongst step by step band from Mandeville, which enough people, if people they on the show from Mandeville, they know step by step Bonita Heights, you see me?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know from school days where I sing and rare and we start to go amongst the band and from there so you get a whole different kind of training. You can know you're the amongst a band, you have to depend key and the band I play with the energy where you have to follow up on. You know what I mean? So it forces you to try to out sing the band in a way because you want to make sure so your voice a project out there that because the band is very loud. So when you
Right.
sing on a little sound system, it's different from when you sing in front of a live band. Like the musicians are play with their own feeling. You know what I mean? And you have to bring and uh, uh, marry your feelings with their feelings to give this marinade of whatever the music is coming out to be, or however the audience will perceive it. So I start learn from this, and then I start go studio because I get to realize from a younger age say, okay, it's nice for them on the stage, but you have to seal something. That's how we look on it during that period of time. So you have to seal something on record. You have to seal yourself so that you immortalize yourself. And so therefore, I start to realize the studio was a thing. I need to record some things where we can put aside and have it. And the youth then can come listen to it even after I'm gone. So saying that to say this is that's how it started out with me going to studio and Ray until I end up build my own studio, and I had to hire, not really say hire, but have the engineers around me. One of the first, the engineer where me did reach out to was Beats. Beats, yeah, Beats. I got comment right now. Big up step by step, funny to present massive up. Yeah, Beats was one of the
That's
first
Bonita Christian doing any part?
purchase.
Is that Bonita Christian
Huh?
doing any part? Bonita Christian doing any part?
No
Is
man,
that
no man, I'm man liver man. Man liver man. Bonita
oh
Crescent
sorry,
man
Bonita
liver.
Christian. Sorry, I'm mixing it up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, so Beats was one of the first the engineers were come around me. And then Beats move on because he did live way a Christian, and it was difficult for him to travel back and forth. So then Freeze come in at the picture, and Freeze was the engineer where made the business studio, and Freeze was the engineer that was there. I made him work on an album for like 2 years. We take to finish the album, get the album from scratch to finish. And from there, Freeze actually moved on to somebody else, and I was there with the empty studio. Nobody could record me, nobody could mix me, nobody could do nothing. And I sit down and I think about it, and I say, yo, but this waiting on people is not making sense for me, because what I want for myself, they don't really want for me. They want something for themselves, which is understandable. Nothing is wrong with that, because each person took his own. So I realized that, and I realized that I couldn't be upset with anybody for not wanting to be there at that point. So I decided to treat myself, record myself. I'm gonna start to record myself and take time, double, have problem, do it until I start to voice myself properly. And then I realized that I grew a love for the recording, for the engineer part of the music, of the production of the music. So that within itself was, somewhere motivate me even more to dig deeper into music, and I started to build my own rhythms. And that I had started to do from being around the band, though, learning to play the guitar, learning to play some piano, learning to do small things. Was never a professional at any of them where I could go up on a stage and go play them, but I know the fundamental of music. And if you're in the studio, you don't have to show off. You can just play something, and if it's wrong, you fix it. You know what I mean? So when
Exactly.
in the
Yeah.
studio, yeah. So when me in the studio, I start to build my own little beats, and I carry go on the band, and I say, yo, what do you think about this? And then we hear parts out like the bass line or something. I say, yo, that bass line wicked. Or maybe the jump pattern sound good, and then they say, yo, jump pattern sound good. So that even motivate me more now to show myself, say, okay, nothing is wrong to collaborate, but it's always good to make sure that you can help yourself. So
Most definitely.
yeah, so I'm gonna start to push that aspect of the whole thing on a different level, even going into managing one artist, and kind of put the artist career on a hold for a while to experience what it is to actually manage somebody and manage a career, and see what I can do with it in terms of producing for the artist, PR work for the artist, and pushing the artist. And the first and the only artist that I end up and manage was Mad Sam. Mad Sam is another artist, big DJ from Mandeville, live in the UK right now. And me and him do road together for a period of time and put together. I mean, the timeline is a bit off now because I'm kind of there this way in the conversation. But yeah, that's basically in a nutshell why I end up doing everything for myself. And then I realize how economic it was for
Right.
not having to pay somebody. And then when it come down to the video now and the shooting of the videos and everything, I have my wife. and she's a photographer.
Oh
Basically, that's
wow,
her
look how
passion.
convenient that is.
Yeah, that's her passion, you know what I mean? So she loved to take the pictures and she loved to show me, yo, this is how, if I look, this is how. Because she said, I set up the camera right, I said, right now. Now put me which palm if there and say, okay, yeah, so yeah, that good, and your best side, that, and you know what I mean? So that made the vibes really even nicer because yeah, do it with somebody where you enjoy spending time with. So
Aw.
yeah, so and then you find out, if we can do that together, which is my passion, and you can incorporate your passion into my passion, and you can do what you love too, and so that's how it blossoms. So that's me and her. Me do the editing and me do the technical part of the work. But when we go on the physical part of the work, to do the videos, to shoot, and yeah, I me and her.
Yeah,
She had the cameraman. She
yes,
had the
yes.
cameraman.
And seen some of your videos, and I'm telling you, I know you don't put out a lot of your work out there because you're very strategic in what you're doing, and I really like that about you. But for what I've seen from what you've sent me personally, it's like so professional. Like you can't find anything to critique in a negative way to say, okay, that needs to be done. That so she big up Simona Yamina Bensonite Davis. Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah, Simona Yamina Benchani Davis.
Respect to you, wifey.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
So, we've had previously a number of producers, including Father Romy, right here on Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. We've had Major Mackerel, Alizade, Singing Sweet, and, we spoke about, the music industry. And as you said, how producers help the artists to get out there. And like you said, you mentioned that there was nobody, people have different agenda based on what their real intention is per se,
Right,
and
right, right,
you're speaking the
right,
truth. That's your truth. So I don't think anybody would disagree with what you're saying because you have your own experience, right?
right. Yeah, I have my own experience. I mean, when you have a dream and you have a passion, and then somebody comes along and they have their own dream and their own passion, and that's why I kind of say, boy, I can't really be upset with a person for their decision and what they need to do for better themselves. So I can be upset on that level, but I can also have the understanding that I have to push out and get my thing done. And if I want it on the 6th of January, so to speak, then sometime I have to do it myself to get it on the 6th of January. You know what I mean? So because of that, I make sure so I learn to do everything that it takes to push a career, especially my own. And make sure so I learn the business on another level, paperwork, publishing, mechanical royalties. So I make sure so I own all of my music because I play the music, I write the songs, I sing the songs, I mix the master, whatever. So I own 100% of the music. I work with a producer on the album, this one, The Message, on two other tracks, By My Side and Nobody Cares. Work with a producer from Canada on those two tracks. And the other tracks on it is all me, 100%. So basically, the album is 80% me, and the other 20%. But that's I would have been for the producer. Um, but yeah, this is learning the business. But realize that if me not own stuff, then me go be like Bob Marley, where in biggest record to date is owned by Universal, and in family can benefit or eat no food from it, or even use it to
Wow.
their benefit, their consent. You know what I mean? And that is But at the time when he was doing that, he was signed to Chris Blackwell. So Chris Blackwell had owned majority rights to the music, and he sold it to a Universal after Bob passed. So
Okay.
now the children had tried to get back the masters or get back the rights to it, but they didn't. They lost the court case. So that to
Oh,
show you how much we have to make sure, say, we seal and sign the business in at the background. Or if you can deal with the business, then try to find somebody who actually can. Because if you don't own your stuff, you're in a trouble. You know what I mean?
who
Because
has your best interest at heart too, you know what I'm saying? Not just finding any or anybody.
right, right, and who can you trust more than yourself? You know what I mean? And your family, the people who well. Some people have some family when they're so straight still, but I mean, if you really pick and choose your family and make sure, say, you you know what you're doing. You make sure these people have your best interest at heart, and you pay them the same respect by having their best interest at heart, and we work together. The team can make the dream work.
That's right.
Yeah. So
All
that's
right. I
how
mean,
it's.
conscious conversation with Sevad, formerly known as Stephen Davis, and we also have our other artist out of Jamaica. Not sure if he's going to be able to talk to us, but I'm going to try to go over to him. Ras Godi. Ras Godi, are you with us now? Can you hear us? Why the Jamaican internet boy? They Digital and Flow and Lime or whomever, they need to work on that.
Good
Are you
night.
with
Yeah, even there now.
us? Okay, you're
Good
live
night,
now, Ras.
you know. Say that again.
Just tell us about Ras Godi. Let the audience know who you are. Oh
Oh, you want to
boy.
know about that story? Okay.
Yes.
See, like him have one delay.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. That's good is that in person. You come from Wayne, Westmoreland, And my mother have like she have and like and a black river hospital, and good is a youth we just love music. That's good is in music.
Okay. All right. So you're a music man.
In Westmoreland still like never pretty as a youth still, but you know, hear me clear and loud.
Yeah, go on, talk. Yeah, you're saying about pretty.
So done. Him come gonna it never you know something about myself never really pretty, in terms of my parents never have it like that. I'm going go through always alone. Understand? But at the end of the day, I used to love music from morning and always alone. The first, me tell myself, so when I used to say, me want to come be a cricketer, because my father brother named Jeffrey Dujan, I play cricket. And then you know, come be a big cricketer. Then all them people that do cricket and about me always a sing, me always a beat. You understand? So that me never figure out, so say music, this I think, I have a cricket on a school bus, we are well a vibe. Me have to start the vibe. Then, let's go down to 50, and say I couldn't get to go to high school because my mother couldn't afford it. You know, send me to high school and things. Because man, Yeah, name 2 slices of bread with the egg in it, and you put it in you put it
Oh
aside
my God.
thing name cash. Because some people want them say sugar water, whatever. Yeah,
Jody, can you hear me? Because you're coming through so choppy. Looks like as you see, it's internet issues, and he has a story that I would really love for you guys to hear. Um, Rascody, you were telling us about your life. Wasn't pretty, and that your mommy wasn't able to send you to high school, and bread and butter, right? We're trying to get your story out, but the internet, I'm not sure. Can you go ahead?
yeah, clearly. Yeah, man, I take a grunt in the back in and then there's not a water, that's a man. That's very good. And thing that we have to get to our school. Because my food in lunch is school. Take what their yard and go to school, go all have one thing. As I said, I leave country from 50 and then music one be, and eventually I come at town, my auntie looks forward and I told her come back and say, she knows what I do. I same way, because I don't know my sport that same way, them time that. Football, I can't even tell you.
Rasgodi, I'm gonna interrupt you. Rasgodi.
Even the plan.
Rascody, sorry to interrupt you. What I'm gonna try, I'm gonna let your photo stay up, but I'm gonna WhatsApp call you so that we can hear you clearly because we want to hear your story. So don't leave the screen. I'm gonna mute you on the screen and then I'm gonna try to call you by WhatsApp. Okay?
All right.
Okay. So, guys, he has a great story. I want to hear it, and I'm sure you want to hear it. So, we're going to try, we have to be proactive and think critically and see how best we can come up with another solution. So, I'm going to try to call him by WhatsApp so that you can hear his story. Try to just bear with me, guys. Again, we apologize for any technical issues. As you know, Jamaica. Digicel, what going with on? I need to get the people's internet, man. Crazy. Right, somebody, I know that nowadays, not to say that we don't experience technical issues with our internet in the States or even Germany, but come on, Jamaica, we need to do better.
Yeah, but no, Digicel, the Wi-Fi. But I don't know, it's like from what they still kind of realize that the internet I go down in some peculiar ways. So maybe
Okay.
easy, yeah, it I go down in some peculiar ways. Like some apps work properly and some don't, and so and there was I don't remember who was saying. My wife was telling me. I think her mother was telling her like she heard on the news that there's some solar flare on Mars and it's causing the internet to go up and down. But I'm not so sure about that. But it's something that they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that is being talked about on both sides.
So for your side, it's not anything normal. It could be tampered with, correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Based on how it's going, and based on the information that I've received because of the COVID and the misinformation that they say is going out, them kind of tamper with the internet to slow down that information. And worse, like the vaccine come out now, make it even worse. So.
I know because everything you post on the internet that doctors are talking about, they keep shutting them down, talking about false information. Even meetings in parliamentary houses, And when you post those videos, they are taking them down. But we're going to get into that a little bit. And I mean, we have to watch our time. So let me try and see if I can get Rascody, guys. For those of you who are just joining, we welcome you. And listen, guys, we love you guys. You're so patient with us. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are trying to sort it out so you can hear the Rascody story. You've heard much of what Savad had to say. I love his story. And, previously we had Sekou Clark. Listen, everybody has a story. So just listen. Let's see if we can get to Rascody. Mommy, I need a knife. We're trying to contact Rascody via another medium, guys. All right. So in the meantime, while we're trying to contact Rascody, we're gonna go back over to Sivad because he has a lot to tell us today. We need to talk about his EP that just dropped today, December 18th, 2020. All right. So Sivad, tell us about that EP.
Well, the EP is titled the Message. The it's a general message, I think, for the world, and it came to me in a way that it looked like it come from a higher mind than even mine. So I mean, maybe I was inspired to well, not maybe I was inspired to write these tracks, and these tracks came to me in such a way that it's a little bit mystical because I never write none of the songs. None of the songs has ever been written on paper. I just go in the studio. I had built some rhythms before from last year that I had built for EP the end of the year, but I wasn't sure what the song was going to be because there were so many rhythms that I had put aside for whatever is to come. Kind of like for when I'm in the mood for build rhythm, I just build rhythm. Man, just build a push and just put it on. So I have a period of time when me not sing, me not write, me just build some rhythm. So me in that mode there. So more time me build a portion of them and put them down and then accumulate over over a period of maybe a year and a half. And because of the COVID and the lockdown, I was at home mostly because we did lockdown for a period of time, and I was at home in the country and just in nature. And the first song that came was Revelation Time, and that came from June, from the first lockdown. And it is, as the title says, is Revelation Time. So may I try to, within that song, I was trying to tell the people, I asked the people the question, why is there so much trouble? Why is there so much pain? And the answer is Revelation Time. Is the time of the beast, is the time when political warfare and propaganda going around the world. And that's what that song really represents. Is to kind of, to show the people, say, yo, remember who you are, remember where you come from, remember what you're here for, and remember who sent you. Most importantly, so that's where that song came about from. And it came about because there was a rhythm that a Virgin sent to me from a producer here in Germany. It was a lockdown rhythm challenge, I think, yeah. And that's the rhythm that I did the song on first. And I don't think the people that were in charge of the rhythm really liked that song, so they didn't really choose it. So I went ahead and redo the rhythm, build another rhythm feed, and re-put out the song, put out the song on my rhythm, and then from there, so I try to release a single by itself, and the single was going on well. The people appreciated them, gravitated to it, and then a couple months after that, we open up back, and then we kind of get some little information and realize that some things wasn't so right, and I started to get a little bit depressed and in the house and wasn't doing much, and I get a rhythm from the producer in Canada, and when he sent me the rhythm, it's like something in me. I said, yo, just don't try for right feet, just go up on the mic. It will come. The information will come. I'm gonna go up on the mic, and the first thought that came to me was the stress that we bear. Nobody seemed to care, and that was the first line that come. And when it come with the melody that it came with, and the whole vibe of it was so perfect that I sing it the first time, and that was it. The first line, the struggle we bear, and nobody care. When I sang it the first time on the mic, that was it. I never have to sing it a second time for that line. Yeah, and that
Wow.
was all perfect. The whole melody and everything just come. It just come, and then from there, so the lyrics and just start to flow, and then start to do, like it was a freestyle basically. That song is a freestyle. So, and then from there, so it motivated me even more. So I started to listen to some of the other rhythms and to see some of the rhythms that I had already made and put out. And go on until to two more songs. And then the Mama song, which I have a song on it named Letter to Mama, which is a message to my mother. She's not with us no more, but it is a message that when I was singing it, because I never write it neither, when I was singing it, I was just thinking of all the things that I would have said to her if I could see her right now. If she come in front of me now, I'm never say some things to her. That's the things that mother says. So that's how that song come about. And that song that take me about 5 days for very record because me keep on my emotions and I get too much and me have to stop because it a come out in my vocals too much. And then after a while I started listening to some of the parts that I thought I was getting too, the emotions was too much and the voice started cracking. When I listen back to it, I realize that, yo, this is the way that it's supposed to sound. Like the emotion is there. So I end up keeping some of those lines and it work out nice. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Let me just play a little piece of it so they can hear, yeah?
yeah.
Mama, I miss you. Oh, mama, I miss you. I remember the days when you would have given your life for me. But now that you know, I regret the days I didn't spend with you. If I hadn't thought to do again, I would have done it so different. I would have listened to my mind and spent more time with you. Now I regret all the time that I made you cry. Wish I could turn back the hands for hands of time. Just to see you one more time. I hope that you listen and know that I love you. I hope you're doing just fine in heaven with the angels. Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there to say goodbye. Please forgive me. If I hadn't thought to do again, I would have done it so different. I would have listened to my mind and spent more time with you. I regret all the times that I made you cry. Wish I could turn back the hands for hands of time. Just to see you one more time. What I wouldn't do just to hear your voice once again. 'Cause I don't remember what it sounds like anymore. So, guys, you hear he's saying that he regrets not giving her trouble. And as we know in life, we should always treat people kindly and be, nice to them when they are alive. But he had his story to tell his mom after she passed. Now, guys, we're trying to get over to Ras Gowdy. We have him on phone. You're seeing his face on live. So we're going to go over to him right now. Ras Gowdy, are you there? Can you guys hear? Sorry. Can you guys hear?
It's a little bit low.
It's a little bit low. All right.
Can you hear me?
Can you try turning your volume up a little bit?
Yeah, I need to be up some. It's a little bit low.
Yes. Can you turn your volume up a little bit? On your phone. Turn your phone volume up if you can.
Don't get frustrated, Rasta. Don't get frustrated. We're wait for you. No, don't worry. We're wait for you, man.
Are you still with us?
Nice.
Let's see if this works better. Is it any better? Can you hear any better? Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we're gonna work with that. So just tell the people again, who is Ras Gaudi? Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We are here, man. We are here, man.
Even like right now, live on the internet, they see what me I go through. But me know me can't give up.
Which is right, brother. Which is right. Can't afford that.
Say the little youth from them on this
That's fine.
You don't know me, so you that my first option as a youth. That me never think I'm gonna be a musician. You know me. One like me and me that player, maybe I could play guitar, you know. And then can in this, you know, a whole lot bad. But I just eventually when then in a country I will have a youth and time there always a DJ, you know, the fun and I will find something, you know, in terms with the melody or something around it, you know.
So you said you were a cricketer and you looked up to Jeffrey Dujan earlier. Was that correct?
Yeah, man, because my right name right now, do John, my name, and so it's like I'm going to give me that name, and I'm Jeffrey Dujan. You know? Like, that's a much of a get the name Dujan.
Okay, and you were saying that things were not pretty with you growing up, and you didn't go to high school. Is that correct?
So, my mother never really have it like that to send me, but I school. And I started to eventually I would have to go to the home. At the age of 11, then we graduate early school, you know. This year, one year, I don't know, it is even my mother's situation, and it's not like it was like one of the brightest youth them pass exam, and you know, so yeah, enough people are help me in that way. And
Right.
I take that, you know, I'm going to see them. But what I buy, because we love music, we never do some music. I go to that, then I go to ICT, and Kingston and go on. We still have play my cricket and go, I look for 5 and things like that, you would see me. And then, first, then we go back one version name that Lanny. Like, sometimes you have progress at studio, you have progress at the studio. And people, even have a studio next door. And I'm the first one I'm going to the studio for 5. Like, you know, all I look for 5. And then after that, now I'm going to work a version name, Only General, which is the first one to ever fight, and I really proud of my and I'm so like an artist. And then tell me, you want to do this, I'm so good. And I'm going to say, yo, why that King Jamin studio? And then tell me, no, the people, you know, Uncle T, and I just hear me here. They don't know me, I put you money now. I'm saying, I'm going to general bring me down there and I'm a voice, Uncle T, I voice a song for Uncle T. Nothing remember that song there. Long time. To come back. And I start go studio now and people start know me now. As a youth, and I say, music is man, for that era man, come into youth, it's a man of youth, you know, anyway, it's my power. He's a good man and a good evening, because some of that broke me, you know. can't pass. And see people gonna tell them man in an evening. Anything my mother have in her hand, you know me, I get that. I mean, never need that. And then, you know, good principle. Good principle and not you know, have to have discipline, whatever. I see people, younger people than me, you know, so me have to know, make sure, say, yeah, I have respect to them, tell them man in an evening. And that.
That's right. That's how we were raised, to have manners and respect. If you don't have anything else, them always say manners carry across the world, right?
Right away. Yes, sir.
Yep. And you know, what was you said the hindrance for you for not attending high school is that your mom didn't have it, right? Now you're from Westmoreland, you're a countryman come to town, right? You said you had to migrate to Kingston to look a better life. Tell us about that transition.
When me come at town at the age of 15, auntie come live mom, you know, and live in auntie and that whole of life, and then me now start work, you know, because me as me say no look cricket team and my community. It have them look cricket team and things. I mean, still have play cricket to them when me at work. I remember me at work 12 days a week.
12 days a week.
12 days a week for that place named Rowan. And then them I wash chair, I wash plate because them do a catering and them something. And you know them rent them chair and them plate and them something or whatever. So then we as youth, we have to wash the chair when them power in, because you know them use them and power and make sure we wash the plate on them. And nice, I mean, they love them things. Like, I have an idea, I love work, you know.
Right.
I mean, I've never really had no problem.
Right. So I know that you've worked along artists in the past, like Uton Green. Am I correct?
Uton Green, name them. And Tristan Palmer. Now, what more artists? Let's name them. That whole artists. That Tristan Palmer was my producer. Bonnie Jenner, as I said, was the first man who was official, you know, sang with me. And, you know, when me start hear myself on the radio, because they make it play on the radio, I'm like, hey, that is what I love music more. Because my media function here, and the artist on the radio.
Right.
And me just start, me hear myself, but I never really, and you know, believe in myself, and I say, this really never happened. I remember cricket didn't say about essentially music fine up and morning, and you never realize it. At this, if you do that, this one you have to do it. This music you have to do it. Understand?
Okay.
Then sometimes that do and after Bonnie Channel make Tristan Palmer and then start buy some part of my team and in my son and start play on the radio now. Tristan Palmer is the man who helped show me the rope and the things him and Nigel Burns. You know? I used to use one of the baddest things near them. You know? Oh yeah, Nigel Burns.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you this, Ras Godi. How do you survive today knowing that your music is not getting the push for you to make the desired income?
Me still, them say I don't do this stuff, I'm always a record in a music car. As much as my survival music here. I'm in a life, so, as I use my studio, because my voice 45 and next man we have a 45 a rhythm and say, you know, more I voice on it. And eventually maybe now we give me a big thing like that with you know, the big artist them would have maybe charge. But we have my little copy to the thing, you know, you understand? Then I have to have my little ways of doing things. Yeah, man. Right there. So as I say, every single thing we do survive by true music. Yeah.
Okay. And
And then me have a little more like that you guys know me that keep a little thing and all like survive, but you don't know all the thing about it, you know. You have to just go and build.
right. And then how relentless are you in making sure that your music gets a fair chance of circulation and whatever message gets to the people, the world at large. I mean, do you have, I know Sevad does have an EP that dropped today, which is The Message. And I know, do you have any EP for yourself? So again, the question is, how relentless are you in making sure that your music gets out there, gets a fair chance of circulation, and the message gets to the people and the world at large?
To tell you the truth, right now, I'm working on some things that I have out here now, and I'm gonna drop an EP next year.
Okay.
I don't this it as well when I drop it, but we can't tell it. It's not gonna be one normal one because I don't know. We never drop an EP yet. We never do an album yet.
Oh wow.
I just do music, just do some things and things. So just figure out that now is the right time.
Right.
Early next year too. Just look out for the EP.
Okay.
From Prince Villa, you don't know DPG. You got Prince Villa, baddest engineer right now. That the whole entire world. Understand? Not without apology, you know, it's in
And no apology. Sizzla say.
Never apologize to say that. Never. Then, let me just story about Prince Villa. It's a youth where most people not even know him and know that. And no, he's an engineer, he's a producer. Not pretty much the way mix. Only for the most the way mix. And him, like I use a more like an underground. It's not too like the hype and he just love music. That's why I have to respect him.
Okay.
And I said, the man, they are the man who put for the features right now in my career. And the next youth will produce some song with the name Prime Time.
Okay.
You know, Father Room, you know, I'm one of the man who always try get me out.
Who was that? Who is that you mentioned?
Father Room.
Okay. Okay.
The man, they are the real daddy, you know. Them man, they are the daddy, you know.
So would you say that he's your producer currently that's helping you to believe is
just look out for some music from Father Room, from our studio Father Room, because you know we have great things in the making right now, great whole heap of music about as I say. And the EP have a job, so you don't know, you can just look out for them.
right. And I mean, from our arguments before, I want to ask you this. Do you believe the producers today should be more active in an artist's life? And that goes for Sevad as well. But since you already have the mic, I want you to answer and Sevad to afterwards.
I don't believe I know. That's something I know. Because at the end of the day, but guess what? Let me tell you all life question. Because at the end of the day is that I always deal with it. It's a together, it's a teamwork, you know, because if you buy a song to a producer, at the end of the day, you're supposed to, you know, do film part. As well as you as an artist, remember it's your song. So you have to help promote that song because it's not every song I buy, say, every producer develop it like that. Then we have an next song for the rhythm and everything, you know, so this not really like. So then maybe most of the time, they don't really, you know, put that interest in a your song because they have a next song with them and say, hey, that song here, my life. So you have to tell yourself, so, yo, you see, this is my song. You understand? And
Right.
this song, the rhythm I play out there, but right now, me, I have to run with the rhythm because I hear a song I play, I'm not hear my song. Because as son of artists, you know, they're great. So, as I said, you say yes, them can do more as well as the artist.
So you'd say it's a 50-50 work.
That 50-50 work. Because I remember your voice and I hear career, you know. You have to think of that. I think in a way there, you know. Always have to do that.
That is so true. Angela, I haven't heard anything from you. You're the son not saying anything. I mean, we got two big artists here out of Jamaica, and as a fellow Jamaican, what do you have to say?
Sis, you talking to me?
Okay. All right. So, Rasgodi, sorry, Sevad, that question, do you believe the producer should be more active in an artist's life?
I guess it all depends too. It all depends on the role where the producer play because if if a producer send you a rhythm and him just like your voice and him just want a one song, then it's just one song. But um, I mean, it's a complicated situation because it's human. I deal with human, and I know all the time the producer is really interested in the artist. Sometimes him just he say him can make a money from the artist, so him just give the artist a one rhythm and say sing on that, and him sing on that, and then the producer run with that. But where it pertains to the career of the artist, depending on if it's an independent artist like myself, um, where me actually produce myself, me manage myself, and do mostly everything for myself. But you have the other artists now who don't play that role. He is just the artist, and but I don't think the producer is really the person where the artist for really
You would,
depend
what?
on or for rely upon. Just rely upon the producer as the person where gonna make sure say a
Okay.
song
What about
sound
the
good,
radio stations?
and that's what about the radio
Like, what
station?
role do you think they
What
play
why?
in pushing an artist?
I don't think the radio station really play a role per se in pushing the artist. I think the radio station is there for play music and for do talk shows or for do the advertising. So I think the artist more uplift the radio station more than anything because without the artist, the radio station don't have content. And without content, then it's not really a radio station. So I think the artists have more to provide for the radio station than for the radio station to provide for
So,
the
in other
artist.
words, how the music gonna get out there though? Like, I mean, I know you're doing your own thing, but like a man like Russ Gody, how is his music gonna get out there so that he can be? I'm sure people take him in. I'm sure he's probably been on tours, which I'm gonna ask him later on. I mean, we time is catching up on us, but we're gonna try to see how much we can pack in as we go. How is the artist music is gonna get out there? Like, in other words,
Okay,
how am I
okay.
gonna boss? How am I gonna boss?
Well, year one, it require somebody to take an interest in the artist, an interest that is this person believe in the artist so much that him willing to make a sacrifice and spend some money to get the artist out there. And that is not going to necessarily be the producer. It might just be a person who wants to manage the artist. It might just be a person who, when him hear the artist perform, him feel a different connection with the artist and him just feel like it is his duty to get the artist out there and him have the resources to actually do it. So for a artist like good, him need a person like that to hear him and love him like that and say, yo, now work with you and me have the resources to push you and never make sure that it happen. And he make that sacrifice. And that's what it takes.
Yeah,
So I
because
really for somebody to believe in something.
he might have some song where really and truly, I listen to him. I am not an expert in music, but the little ear that I have for music, me not lie, in bad, you know. I'm gonna
Did I hear you did not play some I was
yeah,
hearing
I'm gonna
you
try to
was
play
playing
one
some.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
one
play
second.
one.
Yeah. So audience, we're gonna play something from Ras Gordy so you can hear what he is about.
Them say good friend better than pocket money. Yeah, some people just ungrateful. Them just can't get enough. You see? Good friend, good motivation. Good friend tell you when you're right from wrong. So it no make sense you part with a man with downgrade the war. Now I fear you plan deal. How with people where you motivate you. How with people where you elevate you. Friends I want to see you
Stay with me,
strong.
Ras Gordy.
Friends I want to see you make it in a life, yeah. Watch out with the ones that way you play. Give them your things and still not rate you. They never have nothing good to say. Have your bad minds around them. Now give them one time and then take it and change you. Now give them one time and then ready to go shell you. Now give them one time and then take it and change you. Yeah, give them one time and then ready to go shell you. My friends are free. My friends can't fake. My friends can't. Try to pack some food out of me place. Can't feel no real. So me no deal with fake. But this so-called one them just too ungrateful. Worry. Now give them one time and then take it and change you. Now give them one time and then ready to go shell you. Now give them one time and then take it and change you. Yeah, can't give them one time and then ready to go shell you. Give them 99 and don't give them one. Then you get to find out say them a Satan. Them not have no broad touchy from long time. Them go wrong, me go say them. Now give them one time and then take it and give you. Now give them one time and then ready to go shell you. Now give them one time and then take it and give you. Yeah, give them one time and then ready to go shell you. Wow, 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 even you can't have 2 days to buy a special. Yeah, I'm like the one man pop off the leaf and give me a month. Not free just a general, but now have it. Alright. I know, sir. We'll never be enough for that guy. That's stressed out. Yeah, no. You have to just know your friends then, man. Now you say them real, you know? Sure. At the end of the day, real no real. I said, don't it? You don't see it. Give them one time and then take it and you. Yeah, give them one time and then ready to go shell you. Now give them one time and then take it and you. Now give them one time and then ready to go shell you. Good friends, good motivation. Good friends tell you when you ride from wrong. Say it don't make sense, you part with them and let them good. They want to have to hear your plan. Part with people where you motivate you. Part with people where you elevate you.
That's a message from the man called Russ Gody. Par with people that motivate you. Yeah. Many a times
God.
like people like Savad said it earlier. People don't have them ulterior motive is not really what them come with them intentions is more than what they're saying. You understand? So that's a great song right there. So we're going back to Russ Gody. Are you with us?
Live.
All right. So what motivated you to write that song?
Hey, that's the other one now, my song. Alright, this is the first part for me that the song on the head. Good burn, good motivation. Good burn, all of that first verse there. That's the verse the right code of 5 years ago. Good and then we have a different kind of punchline beat, and then like but they want to do the name, so I'm doing them on here. Yeah, them up to one. You know, and
Go back.
you know, the rhythm that's so nice, you know. Eventually, sometimes I get the rhythm of all that vibe, but now I have two friends when them all pull them by one name Demos and one name Shah. Baby Demos and Daddy Shah. Them man, they come on when they're around them man and they. I just stage with them man this year. The stage with. They don't have all that vibe and things. Because you know them love, you know, the problem in terms of the joking kind of man. I mean, I remember one of them said to me, I mean, one time and them take it and I need to come laugh and say, watch out, see them.
I eat that.
I'm alright, but just go home and just finalize the rest of the song and then say, alright, Billy Killer, Prince Killer, you know,
Yeah.
no genius, original, general. Link him and tell him, say, yo, you know, some have one song for voice, and so what? I'm ready and then go over father room for the studio. Okay, whatever, and that just not it.
All right. So time is winding down on us. I'm not trying to rush you, Russ Gody. You know, I just wish that the internet was not giving us a fight earlier. So real quick, have you ever thought you've been on tours, right?
Yeah, I go Atlanta, Atlanta to Houston, Palma, Cuba Mine, and then General Cheese.
Okay, and you said that you've been to Guyana with Buju Banton, right?
Long walk to freedom, I go Guyana is the performer, natural lab, and Buju Banton show and sing. And you never really get to perform because get to the hours whatever, so you don't know anything.
Right.
But still, you know, say the experience that was like great, massive, give thanks to again.
Exactly.
I just open up a perform, but I learn holy, learn a lot. Learning people have to go. Like a Jamaica area, you know?
Right. All right, so we're bigging up the Guyana crew and Buju Banton, you know, on that tour in Guyana with the Gargamel. Now, real quick, with Natural Blacks as well. Let's not forget him. Now, you give back to your community. How are you surviving? And you know that promotion that you do for the community. How are you surviving and at the same time giving back to your community?
There's usual people like that. And next year, we're the one of them like myself, you know, PPG, you know, like that, you know, some youth football and some mic and some you know, some youth water gun and them something. When I use them for them, I teach them to gun.
Positive message that no more gun in the hands of the youth. Them go and talk, Russ. Start the things them. Positive message right there. Positive message. So the Ras Godi is saying that politicians stop put the guns them in the people's hands. And I know don't do him nothing right now because we are saying the same thing too. We all know how the thing goes, especially in the ghetto. Yeah, it's not a secret. Right, Savada?
Which is right. Definitely.
That's right. So we're promoting books, we're promoting tablets, we're promoting everything, even right now that schools are doing virtual classes. Come on. That's what we're talking about. We need more students becoming educated, fully equipped for this life that we're living in and not a mediocre one. Now, this question is for both Sevad and our other artist, Ras Godi. Have you ever thought that, or do you believe if you should collaborate with an artist, right, that already has made it per se, do you think it would boost your career or take it to another level?
Definitely. Once you collaborate and it's someone that bigger than you, it opens the door to their people, to their fans, and it bring it to another set of fan base that you probably never had before. and you probably wouldn't. These people probably wouldn't have seen you um, if you didn't actually do a collab with that person. So yeah, I think it can be very beneficial as well as it can be damaging too.
Okay. And when you say damaging, what do you mean, Sevad?
Well, I mean, if to how the culture is set up right now and this cancer culture business, if you do a collaboration with an artist and it turn out say the artist, some woman come out and say, boy, you know, the artist did something wrong and the artist get cancelled, then the song that you did with them probably get cancelled too. And it probably um, have people speculating if you're like that person too. So
All
it
right.
works both ways.
Right, right, both ways, hand in hand. So, Camille, thank you for joining us. Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring. She's saying that someone told us about us and we're doing a great job. Again, your concern concerns us. Together we conquer. And feel free to go to the Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring page, like the page, subscribe, and leave us a review. There is an option to leave us a review so others can know what we're doing. And if you think that there's something we need to improve on, or any suggestions in general, feel free to leave that to us. So, Rasgodi, the question is, do you think that if you should collaborate with another artist who've already made it, do you think that would boost your career or take it to another level?
Yeah, most definitely, because as I say, that artists were out the area, people know me, I know her. So at the end of the day, we can collaborate with them now. They're really good at it. They career very good because at the end of the day, you know, I'm right now with a big artist, that now go to make sure well and well put together. So,
Right. All
it's very
right.
good.
And what influence, do you have on the youths today? What is the message that you're trying to convey to society? What influence do you have on our youth today, and what's your message that you're trying to convey to society?
Always a good influence because as I say, me now I tell you to do wrong. You see them at the wrong, I'm tell them to do wrong. And that's the way. Me, never want to leave them, but they, to try and help you, them on the right track, keep a positive mind, you know. But for me, so right now, me, I have to tell them, so right now, love is the way. And you really just tell one and say, yo, you cannot stop that.
Exactly. All right. We're trying to get through by, sorry to cut you, Rascodi, but I want to hear also from Savad. What influence do you have on our youths today, and what's the message you're trying to convey to society?
Well, firstly, I hope I have a positive influence on the youth, and I hope that them can see that misinformation is a weapon against the youths of today. So them need to make sure that them arm themselves with knowledge and make sure that they know as much about what is happening as possible and not just stay in a them phone video game and them things. So yeah, they need to realize that there's a lot of things that is happening around them, and if they're not be keen to what's happening, they could lose their future because of a lot of misleading people that are around leading us right now. So including artists and politicians and people who would call public figures. We have to be very wary of them and not bury our heads in the sand and watch the world pass us by and not realize that one day it will affect you because one day you will grow up and one day you will want to live in society and you don't know what kind of a society it will be if you're not getting yourself acquainted with what is out there. So I hope and pray that that is the kind of message that I'm conveying, and because I know it's not just what I say, but I also lead with my actions too. So, I try to make sure that I am a positive role model for the youth, and not only in the words that I speak, but in the actions that I take.
That you
Because a
do.
lot
So
of
you're
people just
practically
talk.
freed.
Yeah, a lot of people just talk, and
Yeah.
then you have a positive message here, you will come out and have them out, but when you watch them live,
Yeah.
it's not the same outcome, it's something totally different. So,
So true. So
yeah,
true.
so I'm always to be a positive role model with my actions, not just with my words.
Right. Thank you so much for that positive remarks right there, Savad. Now, just give us real quick, tell them about your EP, where they can get it, your music on a whole, where they can find you real quick.
Well, my EP is on all digital platforms presently, including YouTube and my YouTube page. Um, I'm in the process of tomorrow. There will be a premiere for one of the visualizers for one of the songs, which is Letter to Mama, and then the following day we'll continue with the visualizers for the album. But presently, it is on YouTube Music, which you were playing one of the tracks from there with just the album cover. But now, Mega, we put out the Nobody Cares, the visualizer today, where you can actually watch something while you're listening to the song. And tomorrow we'll premiere the Letter to Mama visuals, where you can just have some for watch while you're listening until we do the official music videos. So that's what we have to do for now, because now Germany is locked down again for the Christmas.
Right.
So Christmas cancel, Rasta. I mean, it don't really matter to me still, but it cancelled. I figure I want more things going to get cancelled too. But yeah, so they can find it on all the digital platforms for now, and in I think next year, in the early part of next year, we're gonna try to go CDs and vinyl if we get the demand for that,
Right.
and we have view some merchandise in the future, some T-shirts and whatever with the artist name and the album cover and all that. So those things are in the pipeline now because of the fact that we can't really get to travel again, and we can't get to do the festivals no more. And that's where the main source of the artist's income is from. It's not from record sales, because if you're not the producer, then you're not collecting that money for that record. And so for the artist is for travel and is to be able to do festivals, and that's where the bulk of the income is from for the artist himself. So because of that, now we have to look some the other ways to try and make the two ends meet. And with that, we are trying to do the merchandising, the t-shirts, whatever. And that will be for the future, depending on if the economy don't implode upon itself and we all just drop down dead.
Well, we're not
We
dead
don't
enough. We survive. We're not follow them. But I want you to come back on this platform, Savad. Reason being, I know you're studying to become a naturopathic doctor, and the fact that I listened to the song, what was it? The Message, and there was a line, just a line in it about depopulation that I want you to come back on here and we're going to chat about that. How about that?
Yeah, no problem with that.
All
No
right.
problem. No problem. As long as the 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 censorship police don't come and censor it, because I know them really have fight the truth right now. Them a fight the reality. I don't know what the future will hold for YouTube and all these platforms, Facebook and all that, because they really, as tech people and computer people, a sense of doctors and scientists, they really look so good at that. So I understand a lot of what's happening. So yeah,
I
we'll
understand.
see.
But our voice, we're not gonna let them call us down. We need our voices to
No,
be heard.
no, definitely not.
Mhm.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Because if we even have to go out in the streets with one little box and one mic and go out there, go talk and make the people know, then that's what we're gonna have to do. I
That's
mean, we
right.
don't have a choice.
Right.
Mhm.
All right. So thank you so much for your time. I mean, you're just such a talent out of Jamaica, past the Carter College student living in Germany. You heard it from the man called Saved, Stephen Davis, and he dropped his EP today. He told you where you can go and listen to it and where you can find him and all of these things. So, real quick, Rascody, because we're running a little bit behind for our next show. And I just want to say to you, Rascody, after listening to your story, I like your energy because you come off as a very positive person. You come off as a very positive person, and I see where your mind is at. And despite the odds, you talk about your story a little bit. You expressed yourself and the fact that you didn't get a chance to even perform in Guyana on that tour. You use it as a boost to your confidence and still enjoy the experience. So I could probably say that that was a life experience for you, irrespective of the negative per se. You looked at it on a positive light, correct? Rascody?
Yeah, very much so. Correct. You understand?
Awesome. So what's your last words? We got about 2 minutes. What's your last words for our audience? I mean, you talk about your EP coming next year, and you're a very talented artist, I must say. I don't know how comes you're not out there like that. But here, hold on, we won that, right? Straight. So what is your final words for our viewers today?
Well, our viewers and your viewers and my viewers, I want you guys to follow us for this. And you see me through the Facebook, see me Instagram, and support the art. Because who the country they making right now.
Right.
Some of people don't really know we just good, but some of them do that. And it's special one. Because I want to and do a man for that. It's I don't know anything.
Yeah, no problem, man. That's why we're here. We're here to highlight and inspire others with others who are inspiring to other people, if you get what I'm trying to say. So we're happy that you were able to reach out to us to come on this platform and that we were able to accommodate you so that our audience can hear such an inspiration from both our artists tonight, Sevad and Rascody. And Sevad, tell on the government, say work on the internet.
we'll
All right.
definitely try.
Yeah, come on, it's
Definitely
just
try.
crazy. So them now here. So Russ Gordy, I'm gonna disconnect with you if you wanna log on for the very last few minutes on back on the live. I'm gonna play your song that says nah here because the people them need to hear that one because the government look like they're not here neither with a whole heap of things that's going on.
Most of all, even the youth, them nowadays, happy them this especially.
Yeah, you want to give us a cappella?
It seems like thick book in your ears, and you wax them dust in your ears. Cause every time you walk, you a bust a toe. Simple means say a gaze, you a gaze. The youth man, you feel listen. Yeah, a young girl, you feel listen. Yeah, more like any say to your parents. Anything can happen if you not here. Not here, not here. She a tell mama she don't care.
Not here, not here, not here. Go on, Rascody. Me just a back you up. Go on, man.
Back up singer in a building.
For me, some mama she a talk to her daughter. She take it the phone and after. When we gone with them on the edge water, la pass up in her body get maga. She never listen to her mama can say. No, she find out time. She have HIV. She not here.
Not here, not here.
Mama she not care when they time that he talk to him, one son him talk about him gun big and no him crip long down. And every time them a beg him fi cool him and tell you how much him a the body stick a jam down. Now we get caught in the middle of a battlefield. Well, yeah, you remember when daddy said, who can hear a go feel if you not hear?
Nah, your tick broke off in your ears. Listen, don't listen to raw talent just now. The man give us acapella. Oh, you feel hold on a man like this. Come on, people. Jamaica, be wise, be wise. So I'm sorry, guys. We gotta wrap up real quick. But Sevad, I'm looking forward to having you back on the platform. Ras, go to you too when you have the internet up and so people can see you and hear you clearly. And
I don't even apologize to the people for that. Like internet was so messed up. Well, I don't know me still buy the price. I don't know what I give up. Never. That's and stuff.
Which is right, Rasta. Which is right. Which is right. Rasta have to stand up strong.
Yes.
Which is right, brother.
All right, so audience, we also thank you for being patient with us through this difficult time and through the technical issues, difficulties that we face, but we still pull through. I'm sure you got a nugget or two. All right, so Sevad, Ras Godi, we respect you and we were delighted to hear from you tonight. Just go and hold it and go and represent in Germany for us, Sevad. You don't know, DC.
Definitely.
Soulmate.
We are carry the banner, we are wave the flag. We are wave the flag. All right, now we make sure we have the flag on top of the house. I'll blow like a wow. We have to make them know. So you have a Jamaican in the building.
That's right.
So,
and let's remember to put God first and make God lead us. All right. So I know normally we end with prayer, but we got to rush to go to our next show. I told you guys it was 3 in 1 for today. You can't say you never get a Christmas present, yeah? All right, Ras Godi, we thank you once again. Thank you, viewers. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere, viewers. We're coming back to you in a few minutes, okay? Coming up with life lessons with life coach Nicola Lopez and our own Anthony Davis, former Jamaican Olympian sports administrator. We'll be right back.